Let's give them something to talk about. I see the energy running out. I got a planet to run around. Okay. You ain't do nothing but run your mouth. No, I don't want to be humble now.
Yeah, we're getting the intro down good.
Well, it took 64 attempts.
64. Jamie and I weren't going to do this podcast today because it's just been a hellacious week of
Hellacious week. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. It's been a hellacious week so far, and we haven't even. And it's supposed to be a vacation. I was just talking to Jamie Lee. It's supposed to be a light week for the most part, because it's
Holiday, Thanksgiving,
holiday and everything else, and it's turning out to just be, man, I'm like back to back stuff to do.
Yeah.
And so here we are. I sent a weekly email.
That came out a little late too.
Oh yeah, first time in like 3 years that I've not sent an email on a Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. It may be long.
You haven't sent them out on Monday in the past, like once or twice on a Monday?
No. Well, it's probably 2 years then. It's been about 2 years since.
Because this was Tuesday that it came out, right? Is that when
it came out on Monday?
It was out late Monday?
Yeah, it came out yesterday evening. Maddie was the first one to give me crap about it. New coach, Maddie. Hey, because she's, well, first of all, she's new and she reads my email.
She reads it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The other coaches didn't know because they don't fucking read my emails.
I read it this morning.
Yeah, thank you. And so she said yesterday, "Did you not send an email?" Their accent. I was like, okay, well, I felt maybe feel good that she noticed. It was good.
Somebody cares. More people care.
But then when I did send it, she comes around and she goes, "Oh, you sent your email." And then she showed me her phone. Now that was, she was being a smart ass. But it was good. Anyway, so we decided to do a podcast because you got to be on every week. But I also I did want to take the opportunity to talk about the turkey ruck, because I want to get a lot of people out there. We have a lot of people anyway that are going to come, but it's a good time. So I want to talk about some of the stuff that you think about. And the location, we can talk about that. Before I do, we put in a new, we have a new Olympic lifting platform in our gym. And the only thing I wanted to say is that this is more for affiliate owners that are out there. For 17 years into this, and I'm the guy putting in the platform, cutting plywood, moving stall mats. Admittedly though, it almost broke me because on Monday I could barely move. Yeah. Sunday I did it Saturday afternoon, from Saturday 1 to about Saturday at 8 p.m. And Mel helped me, and Coach Amy helped.
I was planning to come in on Monday, thinking that was going to be done Monday night, just to kind of help finish up any kind of touch-up work. But looks like you got ahead of it.
Well, we got so far into it. I'm like, okay, we can get people on it by Monday morning if I hustle. And what we did was we basically our platforms we have in our Olympic lifting room are essentially 5 platforms, but double platforms. So basically 10 spaces to lift, because they're long platforms. They're 8-foot long platforms. And so all I did was, because weights were getting damaged, because before it was just a sheet of plywood on cement for where the lifters stand. And then the weights would land on a 3/4 inch stall mat,
which is not a whole lot.
No, it was, over time, those stall mats get firmer and firmer. And so it was damaging weights. It was loud. It was hard on the foundation. That was really mostly worried about the foundation, because then that's the cost that we have to incur at some point in time.
Yeah, you don't want to have concrete being turned into gravel underneath.
And it wasn't, and weights were rolling around. It wasn't level. So came in, basically all we did was pull the stall mats, put down a layer of 2 layers of plywood. But for 5 stations wide, it's basically 50 feet long.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a picture. Like, you posted a picture. There's nothing on the Instagram page.
Oh, I've got a picture I can post if you want to.
I was just looking through the email, trying to find your email.
Yeah, I got a picture. So it's basically,
you need to see a picture to kind of really appreciate it, because it's nice and framed in.
Yeah, go to share screen. So I'll show everyone where it is. Share screen. Gotta go through 8 levels of.
That's what I was just trying to go through.
It can't. Oh, here it is. Entire screen, or
just a window.
Yeah, no, I got to do entire screen. share. Let me see what it looks like. Look at that. What the hell?
It's like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, in a mirror. Yeah. Okay, stop sharing. There's a way to do this.
I'm surprised you didn't post it on Instagram.
I did post it in stories.
It's story. That's why it's not there anymore.
Yeah, share screen. But what's interesting is I can't. Oh, you know where I can get it? Here, I got it for you. I'll pull it up. I need to open a new tab. Of course, now I need to open a new tab. Anyway, so the platform itself was just 2 layers of plywood, but it's 50 feet long by 16 feet wide. So it ends up being a lot of plywood.
Yeah.
I do, I work out 5 days a week. I walk in the morning. I ruck twice a week. So, I'm getting basically 7 days of movement, functional movement. Mm-hmm. 2 long half days. So 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock the first night. And then, like 1 o'clock until 10 o'clock the next day. Crushed me.
Yep.
I was so freaking sore. I could literally if I sat down on the couch too long for more than 30 minutes, I could barely get up because everything just froze up. It was so frustrating.
Well, for anybody and gym owners that have moved those mats around, I mean, you're not just moving the mats around, but you're also moving around a piece of plywood that doesn't move, doesn't contour or bend to whatever way you want to move it. Man. And then stacking them up on top of each other.
Yeah, it was horrible. And so we got it moved, or I got all the plywood down. And then of course I came in the next day on Sunday. I said, you know what? We had to sand it and stain it. I don't have a picture like I can pull up. It's going to be too much work for me to do it.
Okay.
So we got all that done. Then we found a good place for the jerk blocks.
Yeah. I really like that placement for those.
What's cool about the jerk blocks is, okay, so we have the Rogue jerk blocks, and those Rogue jerk blocks are very heavy, and they are difficult to raise up and down. Like they take literally 3 people to move it up and down. And so
it's like the most inconvenient, odd object thing to have to move around.
So if you have
mid-workout session,
if you have Rogue jerk blocks, do this. Because someone else told me to do this. Take the legs out. First of all, get rid of the legs.
So you did take the legs off.
Took the legs out. And each one of those legs is like 30 pounds. So that's 120 pounds I took off that whole, each jerk block. Take those off because you're not going to raise those things up and down. They're just a pain in the ass. And then I went online on Amazon and I bought lifting blocks, drop cushions, and I got for $128. Hey, you found a picture. Good. Well done. For $128 a pair. Those lifting blocks, and those fit exactly perfect on the Rogue.
Those came quick.
Oh yeah, within 3 days. Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Overnight delivery, and so that came quick. So the jerk blocks. Now then, instead of having to raise those things, you just use those pads.
Yeah,
and it's quiets everything down.
I was gonna say I was kind of worried because this is where we are right now. In this room right here.
In that room right there.
And having the jerk blocks right behind here, I was concerned that it might be driving you nuts when you're working in here working. And somebody's lifting.
Amy has the same pads on her blocks, and she used them for high pulls as well.
Yeah,
she said that her partner can't hear them when she's in the garage lifting.
Really?
Yeah, and they're remarkably solid. $128 a pair. By the way, those same types of pads are like $365 on another
particular site.
Yeah, another particular site. But you can get them on Amazon. Look them up. I can't say there are enough good things about them. They're amazing. I was so shocked, and they're heavy and sturdy. Anyway, so our jerk blocks now. Here's the other thing on jerk blocks. I wanted to tell affiliate owners. We put under the legs. We put furniture sliders.
Yes, that was such a good move.
Oh, huge move. That was Chad's idea, I think. Yeah. So we put furniture sliders underneath the legs, and now you can slide those jerk blocks into position. Mm-hmm. So, if you want to pull them away from the wall.
You could even use them as a sled if you don't have a sled available.
Oh, God, yeah. If you want to do that, you can do that. Good luck. But I better no one at Diablo better ever use those things as a sled.
No, we got sleds.
I'll lose my shit. By the way, there is a statute of limitations on how much I'll lose my shit. when you come in and use the equipment or do anything inappropriate on that lifting platform. Give it about 30 days before you attempt.
Before somebody does like a Metcon or something on them?
Before you attempt. Last night, someone came out of class. Someone came out of class and was going to practice their crossovers on that platform when I was standing right there. Kind of lost my shit. One of our coaches yesterday asked me, said, I know you said no Metcons on the platform. If I take one of my clients and we put a bench and we do, workout on there, but, to the side on the platform, is that okay? And because I was still kind of hungover and sore and I was trying to eat lunch, so I was hangry.
Still super bitter about it all.
Yeah. But still bitter about how long it took me because I always underestimate these projects. I turned around and said, "Are you fucking kidding me?
What do you think?
Did you?" And I had to apologize later. That's the old Clint Eastwood Gran Torino in me. Just point. What? And then no. So get this. So I'm putting on the back siding on the back. So there's that nice trim piece. So I put a white trim piece around it because it's elevated and we don't want people to trip going into it.
Black on black.
Right. So I put this. I found this cool trim stuff at Home Depot. It's awesome. By the way, it's PVC trim.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I thought it was wood.
No, it's PVC.
Oh, okay.
The back two are wood because they didn't have enough PVC ones, so I got wood ones. But I was like, this is the coolest ever. And then I used a nail gun to drive it in. But anyway, where was I going? So it's got an elevated step. So yesterday, Coach Maddie, as I'm putting the back trim piece on because of the Monday morning, I'm putting it on. Coach Maddie, I see her go into the other room and grab she's got a bar set up for doing some power snatches. And then I see her go into the other room and she grabs a ski erg and she rolls it all the way over she comes all the way over to the platform. I'm like, if she brings it up on that platform, I literally am going to lose my shit. Right over the new trim piece that I had just put on the night before on her side. She didn't. She stopped right there. And then she starts doing her ski erg right there and then stepping off and doing her snatches. I didn't have the heart to
didn't have the energy.
It really wasn't a Metcon. It was more of she was, and
like
I realized what she was doing is getting her heart rate up, elevated heart rate to practice, and she was only doing one or two, snatching under fatigue. So I'm like, okay, is that a Metcon?
It's like a gray area.
And this is going on in my head. Is this a Metcon? Should I yell at her? Should I not yell? She's new. And she won't know. She doesn't know me yet. She'll think I'm.
Should probably put a sign on that pole, and just say like, no, absolutely no Metcons on this elevated surface.
So for 30 days, stay away from me when I'm in that platform area. Just.
I mean, if you are in there, you just have something nice to say.
Yeah,
it looks great. Thanks for putting it all together, breaking your back for it.
Yeah, admittedly, I am pretty shallow. So if you compliment me on the work, it's like, oh, okay, great.
You might be able to sneak away by pulling a pair of dumbbells up there.
Anyway, so my only message I was going to talk like 2 minutes on this. We're already like 15 minutes into it, but I was going to tell affiliate owners, I'm 17 years into this, and it is like the thought of doing something like that is just like, it's fine. The platform we've got is fine. We can run classes. It's fine. Take the chance and do the work, and it will reinvigorate you. You get into it. Yes, it's a pain in the ass, but you get into it. And when you're working on something, and especially for a passion project for your business, it's pretty cool. Here's the other thing. Is that it makes you feel like I walk in there now and I'm kind of excited every day now, since then to come in and look at it. And it gives me a sense of pride, but it also changes up your environment.
Yeah.
Everyone knows at home, if you change your home office location or you add some new furniture in there, it gives you kind of a renewed sense of energy. And that applies to affiliates as well.
Yeah.
Throw some paint on the wall. It's not hard to put new paint up every couple of years on the wall. Your members will appreciate it. They walk in, and I had multiple members say the same thing. Jackson said to me yesterday, he goes, this has always kind of been my favorite room because there's the reverse hyper.
Yeah.
There's the belt squat, and then there's Olympic lifting platform there.
You got the big windows to kind of see the
you got big windows outside. And he goes,
but
now with this platform, it's even more like, I'm not going to leave this room. And that to me is cool. Multiple members said, and then there were messages. I got one message in our Facebook group saying that they really appreciated how Yvonne and I put effort back in and money back in, reinvest back in the business. And those things don't have like, putting in that platform all in was probably about $2,500 with plywood and everything. And so am I going to get an immediate return on that? No. Am I going to sign up any new members? No. Am I going to but it creates a perception that we care about the business and we like, we like to improve it and the quality of stuff. It's quieter. It's so much nicer.
Well, I was just thinking too, like, it's not the first time that you've done this, right? I mean, think about how many platforms we've built.
Well, right.
We had the one that was out here before we took over the space next door. Then we had the original spot for Barbell Bliss, which was the beginning of our barbell program.
Yep.
Then we moved it to where the jiu-jitsu was, and then we moved it back in here. So this is essentially the 5th time that you've built out platforms. And all in the idea of trying to improve on where we are right now. And it looks awesome.
Yeah. And meet the current needs.
Exactly.
Right. Because there's a period of time there where we kind of didn't do too much with.
We've had a little bit of a dip and then bringing it back up. And
Carrie and Amy have really revitalized our Olympic lifting program and
attendance is up.
Attendance is up. So we lean into that. Yeah. And that's what I think as a business owner you need to do. And and I would say the other place that's important to do that, your main gym area where members spend 90% of their time. And then the other one is your lobby. Like if your lobby is not fresh, or it looks stale, and when you walk in there, you just kind of cringe a little bit yourself. Remodel it. Yeah. Get someone to help you. Ask your members to help because they'll love to help you. First of all, just repaint it. Get a new everything you can. You don't even need to freaking go buy a reception desk. Just I got what do we get? We got
you got like a butcher
workbench. I got a butcher block workbench, and I got it used on Craigslist. It's a what is it? Husky. Workbench, and it's like 8 feet long, but it's a chopping block, and I stained it and then put our logo on it. It looks freaking cool. I got that for like $400.
Yeah,
those types of things, members notice it, and then you feel better about it, and get you a little bit more excited to come in the door and want to do things. And then that carries over to maybe now you want to do something with your assault bikes. Maybe you want to do something with your rotors. All of that stuff.
It also sets a perfect example for if you have somebody brand new coming in. And I mean, if you walk into the gym and you're tired of looking at maybe not something that's taken care of or like chips on the wall, it's like, what do you think somebody else is thinking of when they first walk in to check out your space?
Exactly right. Oh, they look at that stuff.
Yeah.
They look at the dirt.
If you're not cleaning up or putting new paint on the walls because it's looking like it's been used too much.
Think about it from the perspective of someone new coming in to work out. It's hard to come in and work out. You don't want to come up with every excuse in the world. It's the same thing. I was coming up with every excuse to keep putting that off. And so what I did, how I made myself do that project, I kept telling my coaches, oh, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. And then all of a sudden people started asking me, you said you were going to get it done. And now I'm embarrassed. And that's how I create a little pressure on myself. And I got it done. Yeah. With help. So ask your members for help. All right. Turkey Ruck. So Diablo has
what year is this for the turkey trots in general?
I think this is the 13th year.
Okay. This is the 8th year that we're at Hidden Lakes Park.
Wow. So Diablo does an annual, it started out as totally unofficial turkey trot. Yeah. Right. Because,
officially unofficial.
Yeah. It was the Walnut Creek Athletic Club or the Walnut Creek, it
was like
Forma Gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does a turkey trot, a big turkey trot in our city.
It's like a 5K on the pavement.
Yeah. Walnut Creek. And it's traditional, and that's kind of cool. And some of our members will do that and have participated in that. And so we said, you know what, we should do something for our members similar, but let's make it, CrossFit style. Yeah. And it started out running up a 1.5-mile hill over in Briones with a wall
carrying
ball.
Some kegs and
wall balls. We did all kinds of stuff. Every year it's been a little different. One year we did it kind of Spartan style.
Yeah.
And then we switched to 8 years ago. We switched to Hidden Lakes Park, which is just this killer park.
Yeah.
And at first I was reluctant about Hidden Lakes Park.
Really?
Like, oh man, it's like the Martinez. I want to go there.
What was it about was it the location itself, or?
Yeah, it was that, and I felt like when I first drove up, I'm like, oh, this is kind of hokey, small. And then I got to know the park.
Yeah,
and that park's incredible.
It is. It's pretty cool.
And it's got some great hills. It's got great trails. It's got 2 lakes.
And it's all relatively close. So it's not like if somebody does get lost, they're not going to get like lost.
It's got to be
like just turn around and walk another 800 meters and you'll be back where you started.
Honest to God, I feel like it's like maybe 1 square mile.
Yeah,
maybe
probably
1.5 square miles.
It's pretty small.
It's small,
but there's a lot of
but it's
trails
huge.
in it.
Yes, you can get wound around
Yeah.
there, and you've been out there for 30 minutes
Yep.
winding around on the trails that go up and down into the
And
hidden
there's
gullies.
there's some good hills.
Oh yeah,
There's some good hills.
so it works out awesome. So one of the things they've done, they revitalized the park, so it's
Yeah.
got this
New
beautiful
turf.
soccer
Yeah.
field, turf soccer field, with a track around the outside of it.
Mhm.
Really nice track around the outside. Great kids playground. So what we do is we tell our members every year we go out there, we close the gym, and then everybody meets out there at 8:30 in the morning. And we do a 2 to 4 mile-ish. In the past, it's been a run and we put out obstacles, and those obstacles are like walking
Movement
lunges,
patterns,
squats, burpees throughout the run. So Jamie's target time is like 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes, yeah.
Last year, we partnered with Go Ruck. It was our first year to carry a rucksack, which I thought was a great idea. It was fun to do that.
Loved it so much. We're doing it again.
Yeah. So we're doing it again. And we're not asking Go Ruck for permission. We're just doing it. They don't mind. They sell rucksacks. And we're going to go out and we're going to do it. And Jamie and I go out on Wednesday night. So first of all, announce it to your community. It's not hard to do. Announce it to your community. Even if the first year you get like 5 people, it doesn't matter. Take a couple pictures, make it look like a whole bunch of people.
Well, when you guys started the Turkey Trot, you had what, like 10, 15 people showing up?
It was like 10 people.
Yeah. And now it's 100 plus.
Yeah. It's that I have pictures of that somewhere too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now it's like,
it's huge.
Now it's 100 to 150 people. Now we're in danger of being in trouble with the city.
We keep questioning on whether or not we need to pull a permit and actually lease out the space. But it's unofficial, so it's all good.
It's totally unofficial. That's what we call it. But we were totally in permit zone.
If somebody official came by, they might have some questions.
When I get nervous is when we gather for the group picture. Gather for the group picture. I'm like, oh shit.
But usually, because there's always other people there also using the park. Like,
that's true.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving morning too. Yeah. It's Thursday morning on Thanksgiving Day,
and those people are great. It's the soccer and football people.
And it's the same crew every year.
Because
they're always doing their annual Thanksgiving game.
And we're not up in we don't interfere.
Some of them have joined us with our warm-ups.
Yeah, they don't even they know we're there, and then we're gone. Like there for 10. We're there for maybe 15 minutes before we start.
Yeah. We do our warm-up.
We do a quick warm-up,
quick picture,
and then we're gone.
And then they got the field to themselves until we're done.
Yeah. And we bring coffee out there. It's the super easiest thing to do as an affiliate, and then it becomes one of your evergreen traditions.
Yeah. I look forward to setting it up and at the same time watching people go up that first hill.
We get a lot of ex-members that come.
We do.
People that come that used to be members come and show up to say hi to everybody, which is really cool. And we get friends and family. That's really cool. And lots of dogs and all the kids.
Yeah. Last year we invited a few of our neighbors and some of them came out. And I think that's the one of the cool things about this is, it's not like we're charging for it. There's no registration fees. You can just show up and do half of it if you want to.
No, it's CrossFit. It's old school CrossFit.
Yes.
And we're not trying to recruit anybody.
Yeah.
We don't even,
it's not like a sales pitch. Like, here, bring your friends and family.
We don't even tell people where we're from. Well, we do that to stay out of trouble with the city. Hey,
keep it hush hush.
We're CrossFit Sweatshop. Sorry, Nabil. No, Nabil. I think Nabil does something on Thanksgiving Day too over at CrossFit Sweatshop. A number of CrossFits do.
I'm sure a lot of people are, but if they're not leveraging something like this, this is a really fun.
Well, our friends at CrossFit Palo Alto, Tim Dimmel. Now he's notorious for copying me and Diablo and everything that we do.
Is he doing a turkey ruck?
Because he runs an inferior gym, and so he looks to us for motivation and inspiration.
Hopefully he's listening to this.
Yeah. Oh, he will. Because I'm going to clip this part and send it to him. So, and then Tim, they do a turkey ruck. Well, they do it the day after. So,
they do it like a Black Friday kind of turkey ruck.
Yeah, they do a Black Friday turkey ruck, which is cool. So
I'll probably get more people because I always hear the question or the excuse. Oh, I'm cooking turkeys.
Yeah.
8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Come on.
So we get people out. You get an hour. You spend it with friends, and you get a great exercise in before you're going to spend the day eating and drinking and doing all the fun stuff that you're going to do with your family.
nice fresh air.
What are you thinking about this year for obstacles and the course?
So ultimately,
I'll share one with you once you get going. But
Yeah.
tell me what the stuff you're thinking. Ultimately, I thought of a good one.
I'm thinking of kind of following a lot of the same stuff that we did last year. Last year, I thought was really cool with having the ruck as an external object that we can use for some stuff. And there was a section where we took it off and did a hill sprint into some stuff. So I'm really definitely looking to use that pretty much similar route and course that we did last year.
Okay.
With the exception of adding something at the very beginning for our RX Plusers or anybody else that feels like they need to really hammer themselves in this one. But I thought it would be cool because usually every year we have like the more elite athletes that are just crushing it and finish it in like 15, 20 minutes. Here's a chance that we can kind of slow them down in the very beginning. And then they get a chance to kind of run through the crowd as everybody else is maybe ahead of them.
So they're going to do a different
they're going to do a buy-in before they start.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then we'll all start.
Yeah, everybody start. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, that'll be fun.
The crew goes up the hill, and then everybody else that's scaling up is doing like a buy-in chipper.
Oh, that's cool.
And then will begin the run.
That's awesome.
So instead of being ahead of everybody on the run, they'll have to work their, find the opening.
That's cool. Window. And one of the things there's that one beautiful hill where we did the sprint, which I just love because it's kind of that standalone hill.
Yeah.
One of the things I was thinking about is running up, leaving I think we did this to leave your rucksack.
We did that on another one on the back end.
Yeah, leave your sack
in the middle of the run
and then go back down. But then I thought we haven't done any backwards walking, and I thought maybe backwards uphill would be cool. So you go.
That would be a rough hill to do that on.
You think so?
100%. Because there's all those rocks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rocks. It's also
I like the idea.
It also gets super crowded. I mean, I dig it. I think there's another spot that we could do it.
Okay.
Like the one that we did on the back end.
Yeah.
That's probably the place to do that. Because it's a smooth surface going up.
Yeah, you want the smooth surface.
But that would, I'm into that.
Where you go backwards uphill.
Yeah. Versus a hill sprint. You do a reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Or maybe it includes a hill sprint too.
So
the trails get a little
sprint, maybe sprint up to a spot, then you have to turn and then reverse walk the rest of the way up.
Yeah. So we're gonna make the course. We'll try not to cross paths on the course because that creates the most confusion.
Yeah.
But you got to pay attention too. So if you're coming out, like we want you to keep your head down and look at we're gonna put more arrows out. I'm gonna get more. We ran out of what we use last year was the paint.
It was like it was the
decomposable paint.
Yeah, it was like a spray paint, but it was chalk. It was like a spray chalk.
Oh yeah, spray chalk.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. We'll have it as clearly marked as we can have it without offending people that are in the park.
Yeah.
And so that when we leave, we like to leave no trays. Mm-hmm. So we'll make sure that we do that. But it's fun. And then there's a stroller option too. So around the outside of the track, we have a stroller option. And this is, again, as an affiliate owner, if you're doing something, make sure you have an option for people because they're going to want to bring their kids. No one wants to get a sitter.
Or if you're, your mom or, grandmother is interested in coming out and going for a walk, it's like still be a part of the process, part of the group.
It's going to be a little cold, but it's going to be beautiful on Thanksgiving morning. And that park is it's gorgeous.
Really cool. Especially when you get to the top of that first hill, man, the view of Mount Diablo.
You get to the view of the top. So it's basically set up in the East Hills and you get up there and the sun's coming up over Diablo. It is really awesome.
Yeah.
So you'll enjoy that, and it's invigorating and it's fun. You'll have some good laughs. Chris Picano is going to come out and take some pictures. Cool. So we'll have some pictures, and coffee. What else are you thinking about in terms of movement? So we'll do. We'll have some burpees, right?
We'll have some burpees.
Yeah. So don't wear your best Lululemon.
Yeah, and at the same time, like even though if it's dry, bring some shoes that have some tread.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't. This isn't a course for Converse, Chuck Taylors, or something flat, like flat, no tread. Like you need some tread. You can have a minimal shoe, but just have tread.
Yeah, ideally, you've got a trail shoe.
Yeah,
so bring a trail shoe.
Yeah, last year one of our neighbors that did come out, she's like, I went and bought some trail shoes afterwards. I was like, good move.
And then if you don't have a rucksack, that's okay.
Yeah. So if you go to the PRs All Day website or the YouTube channel, there's a video on how we did our turkey ruck. In the beginning of it, I basically explained how you can set up a ruck pack, even if you don't have specifically ruck.
Put a link in the
let's do that.
comments for that, because it is that is pretty cool. So if you
It's
don't-
on Sugar Wad's.
I would say
week
this:
two,
if
but
you
I'll
don't
add
have
it
a
on there.
rucksack or a backpack with you don't want to carry a dumbbell or anything like that,
No,
because it's just gonna beat up your back. Like, you think it's gonna be okay, but man, it just starts to suck after 10 minutes. Instead, if you want to carry the weight on your back, just take a weight vest and stuff it in a backpack, because the weight vest is
that's how I had, like, when I did chat, I put my vest in the ruck pack
Yep.
with some additional weights,
or
to
just
kinda add it up.
wear a weight vest. That's fine too.
Yeah, and there's going to be some sections where you're taking it off,
Yeah.
because we are going to use it as some movement, some external weight for some movement patterns.
Yeah. and then you'll be fine. And if you don't want to bring a weight vest or a backpack, that's fine too. You're going to get a great workout and you're going to have a blast. You're just going to move faster. You'll be done with the whole thing faster. So you can do that too. All in, it takes us just for affiliate owners. So the beauty is that we keep going to the same location. That's helpful in terms of planning. Like, Jamie already has it in his head what he's going to do and where he's going to go. Our members, many of our members already know where it is. So you get a bigger audience every year because people know where it is and they know it's not that far from the freeway. It's easy to get to.
It's good to maybe drop a pin, whether it be in a Facebook group or something.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's easier to find.
And then here's what we do. We go out the afternoon before and we mark the course as much as we can, late to when the park gets dark. So because you don't want people will come into these stupid parks and then they'll race it or they'll pull your flags just to be assholes.
It's actually kind of funny because last time we had some people that were like, "Oh, we did your course last night."
Yes.
Like, they were out walking and it's like, "Oh, we saw your stuff and did your course last night."
Yeah, that was
It's
pretty cool.
Awesome.
That was really cool. So we'll have we go out the night before and then we show up about an hour early. Yeah. So we do it at 8:30 in the morning on Thanksgiving, and we show up at 7:30. We're usually the first or second people in the park. The soccer guys might be there. And then we go around the course again just to double check that everything's in order. Check the course. We do that with Jamie brings his mountain bike. And then people come, we warm them up. I will take off a little bit ahead of everybody and take some pictures as people are going up that first hill.
Are you going to go up the hill and to get pictures?
Yes.
Because every year I've sprinted my ass up there.
God.
By the time I get up there, it's
your
like
max heart rate.
It is a gnarly hill.
Just so we can get up there and take pictures. It's pretty cool to have all our members come.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd say too, as affiliate owners, is take pictures.
Yeah.
Because that's the evergreen content that you can use to get people to come the next year.
Yeah.
And you put something on your Instagram, put it in your stories, tag people, and it is pretty cool. Your members will take pictures too.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right. Did you leave a comment? Did you put that in the comments? Oh,
yeah.
You did. Oh, right on. Thank you. Hey, there's people on board. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Looks nice, great. Thank you. Oh, Dana's on. All right. So, that's cool. Michael is on too. Hey, Michael.
Yeah, I understand that you won't be there because you're smoking a turkey, but
that's right.
Can you get away from it while it's smoking?
Yeah, it's smoking a turkey. Yeah,
it's just sitting there, right?
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, I don't know anything otherwise around it. So
here's the other thing with Michael. I'm going to call Michael out on this one.
Hope he's still listening.
I guarantee you, Michael's got that thing on his phone, so he knows the temperature of his smoker.
A good point.
And he's got it all digitized and everything else. He can just text his wife, "Hey, turn it down a little bit," or open the lid for a second.
I mean, the run, it'll take him 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops.
Right. And his son, he can have a family bonding experience. His wife is doing CrossFit again. They can all come. This turkey will continue to smoke. He was probably doing like an 8-hour smoke. Oh, but
I wonder if he's doing any turkeys for anybody else also.
Well, it might be. That said, I guarantee you his turkey is going to be one of the best turkeys that's made at Diablo.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Shit, I've had his brisket, bro.
On point.
Oh, my God. Mike Hallworth, by the way, if you don't know Mike, just climbed Mount Whitney a couple weeks ago, which was an amazing accomplishment. Basically just training CrossFit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, really remarkable. He said it was hard. As like he had to have a lot of mental conversations all the way. Because, if you're not used to going to 14,000 feet, you're especially coming from sea level, that's brutal. But if you don't know Michael Hallworth, if you are doing any type of cooking or smoking, Mike competes at that stuff.
Yeah.
and he's old school, man. He's got a barrel cooker with wood fire, like, and this guy can barbecue. So, you know, all you got to do is mention, and he'll help you out. He also occasionally, he was selling it there for a while during the pandemic. Oh yeah, I was buying that stuff from him. It was like he's my crack deal. I'm driving up literally in the street in his condominium complex. And the neighbors probably thought that. And here, his wife would come out with like aluminum foil wrap package as I'm handing cash out the window. It's barbecue, I swear.
It's not suspect at all.
No, it was the best. Oh my
Suspicious.
God. Yeah. And then we don't even get home. We're just pulling over and right there, getting high on his barbecue. So good.
It is good.
Anyway. All right. So Mike's smoking a turkey. All right. I think that's it, man.
Yeah,
Anything
that's
else?
it.
Because I got to do
Short one today.
Short one today, guys. Thank you. Have an awesome Thanksgiving. We'll be back next week with a full version. We'll get a cool guest on next week because you guys are probably tired of listening to Jamie and me. And we'll go from there.
Cool.
Right on. Cheers.
Till next time.